Here's a game before I had diamond camos. Back then, I was still using equipment like stuns and flashes and Semtex grenades. I don't use those things anymore because I found out that they don't actually do anything for me. I never do better by using these things. So now I just consider them to be a waste of a pick 10 system slot. So I don't use them anymore. The only thing I like to use would be EMP grenades, but I only use them on specific classes. Now I know a lot of people are gonna say, oh, you should use the C4, but I mean, look at that grenade. Were there two grenades? Because it was behind me, then when I went forward, it was in front of me. It's like it rolls and follows you. It's like you're a magnet and the grenades just stick to you. In this sequence right here, I don't know how did I not see that guy? We gotta rewind it. Look at that. He was on the ground. I didn't see him. How did I not see him? But I was lucky. I was lucky that I was able to turn around, keep my streak alive, and I didn't die there. I know a lot of people are gonna say, use the C4, it's amazing. Yeah, but then you gotta use scavenger because you don't want just one C4. You gotta use two unlimited, just keep getting them so you could throw them out. And I don't want to use scavenger because I don't want to have to double up on the second tier perk because I always use toughness. To me, toughness is like stopping power in this game. You got to have it on. The only time I like to double up on the second tier perk is when I'm in a lobby and people are abusing EMP grenades. And this is actually the topic of this video. I wanted to talk about the lobbies that I get into. The skill-based matchmaking. Who am I always going up against? In my opinion, I feel like this game would be 100 times better if they didn't have the skill-based matchmaking. And to me, the system doesn't really make sense because when I compare, and look at this gun I picked up off the ground. How can you see what's in front of you? No wonder why this guy died. I mean, whoever put together this class is a noob. Like, seriously. I mean, I got rid of this gun quickly. I swapped that thing out quick fast. The whole matchmaking system is funny because whenever I play with people on my friends list, they always complain about the lobbies that we get into. And it doesn't really make sense because their stats, a lot of the people that I play with, their stats are usually a little bit better than mine or maybe even a lot better than mine. For example, one of the guys I like to play with now, his name is Barnes, and I just added him in 2012. He's a pretty good player. His skill per minute is like a 500. You know, mine is like 390 or maybe 4. I don't know. It's somewhere around 370 to maybe 400. So his stats are higher than mine, yet when he plays by himself or when he plays in lobbies with his friends, he says that he never runs into the kind of people that we run into when I'm playing, when he's playing with me. And then yesterday, I was playing with my boy GFX Lab. How did I get crossed over with my own Blackbird? Are you serious? But I was playing with my boy GFX Lab yesterday, and obviously it's double XP weekend. So there's a lot of people that are really serious playing right now. They're trying to level up just like we are. They're trying to get to that master prestige. So it makes sense. But I played with my boy GFX Lab when it wasn't double XP weekend, and he said the same comment. It was funny. We were playing in the first game, and then GFX Lab was like, wow, I never play against competitive people unless I'm playing with you, Smoove. What's going on? And it's true because he uploaded a video on his channel, the Spawn Rape Song, and I'm gonna put a link to that video in the description so you can watch it. He's playing with his homies and they're just abusing with the AGR, spawn trapping. There's a whole bunch of noobs. And it's funny because he would brag to me about it. So I was like, all right, invite me one time. So then there was this one session. And look at my dogs. That's why my dogs aren't getting kills. What are you doing, dog? But it was funny. So I was like, all right, invite me because I want to get in on this. I want to get in on this spawn trapping, abusing noobs. So he invited me and I'm playing with his friends. You know, one of his friends' names is Rodriguez, and Rodriguez is another really good player. His score per minute is really high, and he's the one hosting the lobby, and they never get into these lobbies with the players that we get into when I'm hosting the lobby. And when we played that session trying to spawn trap, guess what happened? We did not run into those noobs. We did not. We ran into the players that I normally play with, and they couldn't believe it. They were like, wow, where are the noobs? What's going on? So I have to say, I think my gamer tag is glitched. I think my gamer tag is cursed, like Patrick Beverly, NBA 2K11. Any 2K subs watching this, you know what I mean. I think I'm cursed when it comes to lobby selection because I'm always getting into these crazy lobbies. It's ridiculous. I have to use perks like Hardwired because everybody's tossing EMP grenades all over the map. It's crazy. They're using counter UAVs all game long. It's crazy because we're playing and they're like, wow, look at these tryhards. And I'm just like, yeah, just throw on Hardwired. I'm like, yeah, that's how you deal with it. Throw on Hardwired. But all of my classes are ridiculous. If you go and see the classes I'm currently using, I'm always using at least 5 perks. I gotta go with Tactical Mask, Toughness, Hardwired, Flak Jacket, Ghost, because I want to use Hardlining Ghost, but I can't because now everybody's spamming Explosive, so I use a lot of Flak Jacket, Ghost, and then, you know, I want to use Engineer and Tactical Mask, but I don't have enough spots because then I can't use attachments, so I usually end up just going with either Tactical Mask or either Engineer, and then, you know, when I use Assault Rifles, it's best to use Dexterity, so it's like, it's just a mess. I just wish we could go back to the regular matchmaking so that I could just use the perks and stuff that I want to use and I don't have to put together these 5 perk classes because everybody's abusing shock charges, EMP grenades, doing all these things. So let me know what kind of lobbies do you get in. Leave it in the comment section. Let's compare. You know, maybe your lobbies are bad just like mine. I mean, I don't know. Let's see what happens in the comment section.